On the Jacob Buehrer Show today, I'm so happy to have on Josh Mickens, who is a senior at Lawrence Central High School and is committed to play at Ohio State this fall. Um, First, kind of tell us, how did you get involved with football? How did it become, your sport? There's so many sports out there. How did that kind of become your big sport that you focused at, and you ended up getting a lot of offers and committing to Ohio State? How did that process kind of work from you when you were a little kid to now playing in college football this upcoming fall?
I mean, it was kind of something I just grew up doing. Like, for me, I grew up playing football. My dad played football, so like that really encouraged me to play football. And yeah, I just grew up with it, and just like I hadn't really taken much heed to it at first. Like, I really hadn't fell in love with it or even like considered it a sport I want to play in the future. Like, I wanted to hoop, so like that was me at first. But then like as you said, like offers started to come in and it actually started to be fun because like I'm a physical person, so I like being physical. So like that's just fun to me. Just being able to do that on the field, just like learning and growing in the sport has become really fun. So yeah, that's just kind of like how football really became my sport.
Interesting. And do you have a favorite high school memory looking back on it? Perhaps like that game, maybe you were playing Lawrence North or anything like that.
I don't really know right now. Like I don't know, probably just beating LN. Like that's always a good thing. But yeah, because like my freshman year, we beat him in the dome, and then my senior year we beat him at home. So that was cool. But for me, it just is what it is. But
Interesting.
I don't really think back on that too much no more. My focus is in the future. I'm looking ahead, so that's just it.
For sure. And you're now going to Ohio State this upcoming fall. You excited for that experience? And hopefully, this is coming from a guy from Ohio. Um, we beat Michigan this year.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What are you most
Yeah, we
looking
don't know what we're
forward
gonna do.
to?
Really just playing under great coaches like specifically Coach Day and Coach Johnson. Like Coach Johnson is the best. Really, I would say to ever do it, but he's a he's at least considered one of the best right now in the sport. Which, as I say, he's the best to do it to me, especially at the college level. So just being able to play under him, being able to be around some great teammates, like really just all the dudes. Like I'm not even gonna get specific because like all those dudes are great players, great people. So like that's just something I'm really excited about. So yeah,
For,
just
sh-
just being a Buckeye.
for sure.
It's
And
like
you've
that.
played different positions, of course, over your career. Which one do you think you're going to focus on the most at Ohio State?
Really that jack position, I like that outside linebacker, DN hybrid.
Interesting. And have you been to? I'm trying to remember because you decommitted from LSU and then committed a couple weeks later to Ohio State. Have you been to an Ohio State game yet? Besides maybe the spring
Or
game?
yeah, I went to the IU game and I went to the team up north. I mean the game against the team up north and
I was there
the
that day.
IU game. Are you were? That's nice.
Yeah, I had four seats to myself when I went from a student section to C deck, and that should never happen in that venue to have
Yeah,
four seats to yourself. I
yeah,
don't
I
care
know.
where you're at. That thing needs to change.
Yeah, it does.
Hopefully we beat the team up north. So
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think we will because like we we'll have a great team this year. I believe it. So yeah, I know we will. I think we go undefeated for real.
for sure. And kind of just a couple other questions I have is if you had to pick any place in college football to play at, what are you looking besides Ohio Stadium? What would it be? Would it be Beaver Stadium? Would it be for a whiteout game? Would it be the team up north, Ann Arbor? That's a pretty unique venue to play at. Camp
Yeah,
Randall
definitely.
Stadium, Notre Dame Stadium. Where are you kind of most looking forward to playing to on the road, being part of to see that environment firsthand, being on the field?
Definitely playing up in Ann Arbor because like I think we could beat the team up north up in Ann Arbor this year. So like that's really the place I'll be most excited to play in. And I know like they hate us, so that'll just be fun just to like feel that rivalry. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
For sure, for sure. You got any plans with track rest of this season, or you looking more forward to? next
Yeah,
step?
I'm gonna continue to throw. So like that's just really it. Like I've been throwing and it's been cool. So I mean, but I'm really just like looking forward to the next step.
For sure. Well, I appreciate you so much coming on a Jacob Buehrer Show today.
I'm
One
good.
last question is, what advice would you have for yourself if you were to go back 5, 10 years ago?
Just work. Like that's really the only thing. Like and make it I have to work. Like that's kind of what I'm figuring out now. Like it's really not a choice for me. Like it's just something I have to do. Just like if you want something, you gotta work for it. Ain't no other way around it. But, like, are you gonna disappoint yourself? That's the main thing I'm figuring out right now. So like, I just gotta work for stuff. If I'm fixing it now, so like, it's a it'll fail. So yeah,
For sure. Well, I appreciate you coming on the Jacob Buehrer Show today.
that's all right. Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Thank you.